I'm Enigma Hood. The other day, I decided to go to an Islam club. You might be surprised to hear about that. It was an Eid banquet. E-I-D. Eid banquet for Islam. I think they were celebrating the end of Ramadan, but I'm not sure. I don't really care. I just went to learn, to find out anything that I could learn. Why would an atheist join an Islam club? Most would consider it a waste of time, but I did it because I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn as much as I could. I'll go to church. I'll go to Bible study with people. I don't care. I'll even go to a Jewish temple. It doesn't matter. As long as I can learn. And then what I learn, I tell you. This is what I heard at this Eid banquet. Well, at first it was okay. They were asking for a lot of donations for this, for the tragedy that happened in Pakistan, the flooding. Thousands of people died. Nothing wrong with that. But what ticked me off was the fact that the speaker said that this flooding could have happened because of our sins. Because we did something that made God angry. Really? So, God got pissed off at us for our sins, and then decided to kill thousands of people in Pakistan who were Muslims. Allah decided to do this. That's what he was saying. That's what he was insinuating. No, not even insinuating. That's what he was saying. Really. If you believe that, well, you can believe that if you want. The problem is, if you respect a being like that, then you are a fool. You are worse than scum. You are a piece of fucking shit. Because you are nothing more than a slave. A slave to an authoritative figure. There's nothing I can't stand more than people who are blindly obedient to authority. Think about it. It doesn't matter if God exists or not. If you do believe that God exists, and you think that He killed thousands of people in Pakistan because of other people's sins, then this is a sadistic God. He is an evil God. He is a piece of fucking shit. And you should not obey Him or worship Him in any shape or form. Because He is a scumbag. Think about it. Any other person on the planet, if they were responsible for killing thousands of people, we would kill them. Instantly. So why is it that you give God a pass? Why is it that you rationalize His behavior? Is it because you can't kill Him? That would be it. Power. An imbalance of power. If somebody's holding all the cards, you do whatever He says to do. You're obedient to Him. Like a blind sheep, like a slave. Like a passive fool. Can't think for himself for 2 fucking seconds. If any other person on this planet was responsible for killing thousands of people, we would kill them. And if this God could be killed, and if, let's say He did exist, and He really did kill thousands of people in Pakistan, if we could kill Him, we would! Because we don't tolerate that kind of shit. If you kill thousands of people, you deserve to die. And if it turns out that there is a God, and He is responsible for that, then guess what? He's an evil God. Stop worshipping Him! I don't care if you believe in Him or not. If you think He's responsible for that, then He's not worth worshipping. And these Muslims who believe in Allah, if you think that He controls everything, well, I suggest you start thinking for yourself and understand what morality is. Because killing thousands of people is never moral. Unfortunately, the truth is, most human beings are subservient to an authority. Any kind of authority. They did an experiment once. Not even once, many times. They didn't understand how Germans could just go along with the Nazi ideology of exterminating Jews. They didn't understand that. How could they? How could you just go along with killing people as if it's no big deal? As if it's nothing? Well, it turns out that these people who obeyed authority and just did what they were told to do, killing people, were ordinary, everyday people. And this experiment was called the Milgram experiment. They conducted it. And they didn't conduct it in Germany. They conducted it in America, in the UK, all over the world, many times. The Milgram experiment basically consisted of 3 people. An authoritative figure, usually a scientist, the person who was supposed to obey the authoritative figure, and the victim. The idea was, this was a falsehood. They would pretend that they were testing somebody's memory. And the person who was subservient to the authoritative figure was supposed to give this person shocks if he got a question wrong that had to do with memory. The problem is, these shocks were progressively more severe, to the point where it would actually kill the victim who got them wrong. The real test was whether or not these people had the guts to stand up to the authoritative figure who was ordering them to administer these shots, these electric shocks. To stand up to this authoritative figure and say, you know what? No, I'm not going to obey your orders. This person is suffering and I'm going to stop. Unfortunately, the vast majority of people obeyed the authoritative figure, the scientific type who ordered them to administer these shocks, these electric shocks, to the point of where it would have killed the victim. They obeyed him just because he was more powerful, just because he was in a position of authority. People are fools. People are idiots. And if you're rationalizing the behavior of a god just because he is in an authoritative position, then you are a piece of shit. Think for yourself. I don't believe in God. But if there was a God, and he ordered me to kill one of my friends, I'd tell him to take his orders and shove him up his ass. I don't care if he's Allah, Yahweh, Jehovah, Vishnu. I don't give a shit. You can kill me. But I'll never be a slave. I'd rather die than be a slave to somebody else. Even a god. Freedom is the only thing that matters. And if you're rationalizing a sadistic god that killed thousands of people, then you're not free. You're just a slave.